Impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my time and it's...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Fields. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howe. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. And Howe will throw it. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and then you force the incompletion.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down here. That is incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Powell down to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Bears at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter. Here's another good example.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Throwing again is Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down and throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action, Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Johnson on the return. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Commanders 7, Bears nothing. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Off play action, it's Howell. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he'll find Gibson here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Another throw for Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. 1st down, Howell to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. Johnson to return it.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
On 1st down, Howell.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A big play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
On the return, Johnson.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Powell
slings this deep from McLaurin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A final shot before the break. Fields. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing again on second and 10.
Powell
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 68 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 72 yards.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're still come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was...
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 72 yards.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And take it right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
All right, rifles one, and that's...
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 69. Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Commanders 76. Bears nothing.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sly on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 83, Bears nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 2nd and 16.
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They're going option play on 3rd down.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Fields on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 6. A handoff for Herbert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they will take a knee here. Well, fans